motel, get my baby 30,000.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1, and he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go play action now. Jackson breaks the tackle. Now an alley. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking for Moncrief, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. White, London. White, London. Flex round. Flex round.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Jackson now down around his goal line. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Andrews. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Gone!
Jackson from the shotgun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10.
Flex round!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Roman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he stopped immediately there. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots, they're out to an early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Push!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Here we go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Ohio. Ohio.
On second down, it's Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers. Because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback trying to throw the football. Rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And past the 30 down to about the 27. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A give to Bell. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's James. Touchdown, Steelers. Jesse James, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback. You got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, look at 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. White 90. White 90.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And the Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19.
Let's go. 38.
The give is to Bell. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down to Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. The 30. Past the 20. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
You mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes our score 17-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, complete. That's Porter. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dante Moncrief, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
They go play action here on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Ravens have got it. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. On second down, Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to.
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Jackson on second down. He's going to fire one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 37. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to reach. Turn this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Here's a give to Bell running left. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
The Steelers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. 13 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
Tell me.
that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roll. Free and brings up 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. What?
Again, it's Bell. And he's got room. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Flex round. Flex round.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Let's go. White 90. White 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Ohio. Ohio.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw now on second and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. 20, 10, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw now on first down. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ohio, here we go.
Here's Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Fights through, and now a crease. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. This is Bell. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Well, it didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. And James has it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Powering his way forward. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard. There, and now 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They come up in an offset eye.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson to throw on 2nd down.
The pressure there was definitely enough to make him alter his throw, because if he had time, he had a man wide open and had a chance to get it to him.
Yeah, I think if he had just another split second, that's a completion and a touchdown. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, it's easy to make decisions from right up here where we are, right in the cheap seats, but let's be frank about this one. This isn't even a decision as far as I'm concerned. They have to go for it here. Field goal does you almost no good as time's running out in the game. If you want to win, you have to be aggressive here.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They'll run it with Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Completes it to Moncrief left side. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there. And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a 1st down.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. And he's got it. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. He'll get it up the middle. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down one. It's tempting to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded at the goal line. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Willie Henry in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And it's 3rd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Now back to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we've got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game, and boy, they did it well.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Again to the fullback on the dive. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Second down, Jackson. They got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check 26. Check 26.
2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Everyone's got 4 down. Watch 89.
2nd down. Here's an option right. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, big man with ball. Met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Baby, get him, boy. Get him, boy. Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On second down, Collins. And a short gain down to about the 33. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Ravens on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime, that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Baltimore, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, yeah. Feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in a good life. She's a keeper. No play burritos. Get to the